What's up, guys? What's up, gentlemen? Passport Bros, Blue Book Gentlemen, what's happening? I'm with you here, back with another video. And I wanted to talk about women with standards overseas versus the US, right? My channel, number one, is not to bash women, because I know a lot of women say, oh, you guys are bashing us on the way out. I'm already out. I'm already out. I'm already living in Africa. I'm already out. I'm already doing my thing here. I've been here since December. I work remote. I do my thing. So it has nothing to do with women anymore. And even when I lived in the US, my last 5 to 7 years, I really didn't date American women. I really wasn't actively pursuing American women, because a lot of women say that they have dating preferences, dating standards, dating preferences, but those dating preferences are not even, they're not even realistic in a lot of ways. So now they say, well, you guys are leaving because we don't want you. You guys are the rejects that are leaving. And I say, we are not the rejects. We decided to leave because we don't see any value in dating American women. If you look at all these guys that left, even the guys on YouTube, there are a lot more men that I know that are not on YouTube, that are not online. They left and are living a beautiful life overseas, right? And a lot of these guys didn't really choose the typical ones you see online, like the Thailand or like the Brazil or the Colombia or the DR. A lot of these guys ventured out. A lot of these guys in Vietnam, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. A lot of these guys are even in Morocco. A lot of guys are in the Middle East. I know a guy, I know an African American guy that we were in Miami together when I was living in Miami. He left before me, actually. He's a millionaire. He had an e-commerce business, and he moved to Dubai. And from Dubai, he started traveling around to see, to see other countries as well, to see what other women are out there outside of the Western, minded women. And he got a beautiful woman from Romania. He went to Romania, he visited, he met this girl. This is a brother like me, from Miami as well. He met this girl, and then he ended up moving her to Dubai with him. Not right away. He made sure he vetted her out, made sure he uses red pill skills. If you look at my previous video of you need to be red pilled before you leave the West, very important video to view. Go check that out. It's the last video that I uploaded before this one. So now I'm talking about women's dating preferences, because now I'm in Africa and I'm dating baddies. I'm talking about 8, 9s, and 10s, no problem. And when I compare the value and the kind of caliber of women that I'm dating here versus the US. Now, American women, they say, oh, they're poor, they don't have education, they can speak English, blah, 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 blah. But all of that is wrong. We all know that. I mean, especially if you travel the world. For you men that haven't left the US, you probably kind of believe that a little bit. Like, oh, well, yeah, it's easy to kind of manipulate women if they don't have anything. Women in the US don't have anything either. Almost 90% of working Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That includes high-income earners to low-income earners. Everybody's broke. Without the credit system in the US, everybody's broke. So for women to tell you that you're dating broke women, I watched a video yesterday, and this American lady said, oh, we're dating women that are so poor that they just have to be feminine. They just have to be submissive. These women can't fathom that women are raised to be this way. She said they just have to be poor. And I'm looking at her, and I went to her page, and she doesn't have anything either. She's complaining about her job on her page. She's complaining about this and that. So it's one of those things where you just look at these women and their delusion. They think they're better than women in other countries. Like, we move to other countries and we're dating bad, and we have choices of, okay, should I marry this woman Should I marry this woman? Should I marry that woman? Should I be involved with this woman or that woman or that woman? I have a pick of the litter, and most of them are marriageable. The ones that are not marriageable, you just, you have your fun, you leave, and then you keep looking for a marriage material woman if that's what you want. Another thing that people bash, that a lot of women in the West bash men. Oh, you guys are not looking for marriage. We don't have to look for marriage. People literally, men can go overseas for casual relations. It's legal in every country to have casual relations with any woman, especially non-Middle Eastern countries. Go to Middle Eastern countries, you have to check the laws of what countries you go into. So for shaming you for traveling for a different purpose is buffoonery. So now, back to the subject. The dating preferences of American women are, oh, I need him to make six figure. That's my dating preference. Dating preference doesn't mean anything. Dating preference doesn't mean anything. It's like me applying for a job that I'm not qualified for. I want to be an IT manager in Microsoft. Without any of the credentials, I want to be the top dog. I want to be the IT manager making, $400, $500, $600,000 a year, and I have zero. I can say whatever I want. I can write whatever I want on my resume. But does that mean I'm going to be hired when I get tested on the skills? No. So this is what a lot of American women don't know. They say they want a man that's tall, that's handsome, that doesn't have a receding hairline, that's 6'2", that makes six figure, that has a 6-figure house, that has a six diameter, what? And anybody can say anything they want, but does that mean they're gonna get it? It doesn't mean they're gonna get it. You can say whatever you want, you can want whatever you want, but that does not mean you're gonna get what you want. So when you move overseas, you look at women that are so down to earth, they're just looking at you as a man. Now, don't get me wrong, there are gold diggers everywhere. There are gold diggers in this country where I am. There are gold diggers in the US, there are gold diggers in Canada, gold diggers in the UK. So, you just have to find what you want, right? There are women that want you because you're resourceful. There are women that want you because you're American. It doesn't matter, right? When I met the girl that I'm dating right now, she didn't look at any of those factors. She didn't look at money. She didn't look at physical attributes. She didn't look at anything. She could peer bond. Like, she literally could peer bond. She was attached to me from day one. She works at a bank. She's a university graduate in finance, very smart. So, all these things that women talk about, that, oh, these women just have lower standards, that's why you guys can go over there and get them. No, it's because more women are realistic. They're raised to be realistic. They don't have a bubble of the society that keeps them in a bubble. That they live in this fairy tale, land. They don't live in Disneyland in America where, oh my God, my Prince Charming. So when you meet women in other countries, you can actually look at them like this and talk to them about what you're really about. You can look at them and visualize what they can offer. Right away, they start to qualify themselves. Oh, I don't get down like that. I don't do this. I don't do that. I do this. I do that. I can cook. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of the home. I take care of my home right now. They give you examples of what they do. I cook for my father. I make sure my brothers eat. My mom and me and my sisters cook. We take care of the house. I take care of my neighbor's son, part-time for a job. You get these qualifications. You don't have to ask women overseas in a lot of these countries what they bring to the table, because what they bring to the table is already coming out of their mouth. So you as a man are ready to put your life on the line for women like this. Now, another thing that Western women don't understand is they say, well, your little $10 will go a long way. Yes, it would. Why wouldn't I want to go somewhere where my money gains value? A lot of these women have zero knowledge about how money works or looks or anything. They pick man based on superficial ones, superficial, and they say they have standards. Oh, I'm a single mother. Now I have standards. If you're a single mother, you definitely don't have standards. Because if you had standards, if you were raised right by your mother and your father, you would have known that being a single mother is not standards at all. It doesn't give you the best quality of what you're looking for. So when you look at standards and of Western women versus foreign women, you see that foreign women are more in tune with reality. Like, okay, this is what I get. Who is this man? What does he do? Does he come from a good family? What is his intentions towards me? Right? The second week I was dating this girl I was dating, she got her mom on the phone. Her mom called me. Her dad called me. Her dad said, my daughter said you're dating me. Who are you? What are the intentions with my daughter? On my phone. And I was like, yes. Thank you, sir, for calling me. The intentions are clear. I want long term. We're working on this. It was clear from the beginning. Compared to the US, nobody calls you. Nobody even knows who they're dating. They're just picking man based on what society tells them, superficial wants and needs, and they call it standards. Right? So, when you look at these things, you know that your best option of really finding what you really want is moving overseas. Now you have to do your research. You have to move where everybody's moving. Austin started doing videos about Africa. Now everybody wants to move to Africa. Started doing videos about Brazil. Everyone wants to move to Brazil. Zoom to Thailand started doing videos about Thailand. Everybody wants to move to Thailand. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have to do your research. Grow some balls. Be independent. Just travel. When I started traveling, I didn't travel for women at all. When I started traveling, I was young. I started traveling to see culture. I wanted to see the Eiffel Tower with my eyes. I saw it in movies. I wanted to see the Louvre in Paris. I wanted to see the London Eye in London. I wanted to see the Big Ben in London. I wanted to do that famous, double-decker bus tour in London that leads to the boat tour. I wanted to do all that, and I did all of that. Went to Italy. I went everywhere. Went to Netherlands. I wanted to see the red light district. I walked the red light district. I saw everything. So when I started traveling for the love of culture and traveling and seeing different places. And by then there was no YouTube. There was no posting on YouTube. And when I started looking at videos, it was mostly white guys doing videos on YouTube back in 07, 08, 09, 010, 11, 12. It was mostly digital nomads and backpackers that I was watching, and I wanted to see what they were seeing, and they kind of inspired me. It wasn't all this, passport bro stuff, or everybody's getting mad because you're going for what you want. You can go for whatever you want. You can go for casual relations. You can go for dating. You can go for just being around feminine women. You can be around women that you want to marry. You can travel for whatever you want, but you will not get your greatest potential, and you will not know your greatest potential until you get that passport and start traveling. And your life will never be the same, especially when you go to countries that are untapped. I went to Medellin in 2017. There was barely no Americans. I didn't see not one American, especially American blacks. I didn't see any of us there. It was mostly Europeans, Turkish guys, a few white guys. That was it, So now everybody's just flocking to where everybody is, which is dangerous, because now you create an ecosystem of women that expect you to come and want to finesse you in that way. But I think the greatest travel hack for Passport Bro, start going where everybody's not going. Do your research, right? Go to Romania, go to Belarus, go to countries where they're untapped, where there's a lot of beautiful women. Go to Panama, go to Mexico City, Oaxaca. Go to countries where, there's not too much buzz. But a lot of you guys don't have the balls to do this. You have to grow out of this, stupid mindset of, is it safe? Is it safe? I heard it's not safe. America is one of the most unsafe countries to live in the world. In order for you to be outside of this ecosystem that these women are creating, right? What this video is about, women's dating preferences and standards, which means nothing. A standard of preference is nothing. It's just a delusion. Anybody can say anything they want. It doesn't mean they're going to get it. I could say at over 40 years old that I'm going to make it to the NBA. I can say whatever I want. I can say I deserve to be in the NBA. I deserve to make $200 million like, Jaylen Brown. Does that mean I'm going to get it? No. Or I can be realistic and say, okay, I'm an options trader, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an entrepreneur. Let me pursue me being realistic, which will lead to more success because now it's reachable, right? So you guys feed into this, right? Women say they have this bubble of what they want to make, and then guys are doing surgery to be 6 foot. Guys are busting their ass to make $100,000 a year just so they can tell a woman they make $100,000 a year. Guys are looking to get six-pack and be F-boys and finance cars that they can afford because they want to impress women. I lived in Miami. I lived in South Beach before I lived. I'm from South Beach. I saw that every day. I saw people live beyond their means so that they can meet certain bubble of standards. And even when they did that, they still got nothing. Because the goalpost is always moving. Or you can just let all that go, move to other countries, and live a more realistic life. Have access to more realistic women. Until you do that, until you get your passport and leave, you're never gonna experience that. And I've been preaching this in every single video. Get your passport. I have 2 passports. I have 2 passports for 2 different countries. And I'm working on a 3rd. Get your passport, or else all this bubble that you guys are living in, and the bubble that women are in, and force weak men to be in, because that's the thing. When women create this bubble of standards that they want, the weak men try to fit into it, and then even when they fit into it, they're still single because they're not gonna want you. Now there are guys on the outside that get all the women that don't fit into that bubble. They probably fit 1 or 2, or maybe fit like even 0. They don't give a F. They're just doing their thing. They're on the block. They're doing this. They're doing that. If you're a good guy, doing what you're supposed to do, have a good job, living a good life, no drama, you don't have a criminal record, you're not getting anything. If you're a guy on the hood, slanging on the corner every morning, you probably have 4 or 5 baby mamas. So all this bubble of ecosystem of fake standards and fake requirements that these women want don't even matter, because once you leave, once you go to other countries, you start being around more realistic people. Now we have to qualify each other, and you don't have to ask what you bring to the table. I've never thought to ask what a woman here brings to the table. Why? Because it's already said, it's already seen. I've already experienced it. When I'm trying to take a woman on a date and she says, no, this place is too expensive. Why don't we go to the grocery store so I can buy food stuff that's cheaper, and then I can go cook for you in your place. And this is a 7, 8, 9, or 10. I mean, come on, you want that? Or you want some woman that's telling you, oh, you have to spend $1,000 in a day. Oh, I'm not going to Applebee's. I'm not doing coffee dates. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And not telling you what she will do for you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm done, man. You guys need to get it. If you guys don't get it, go on TikTok, go on YouTube. Go listen to what women are saying. They're telling you. Now they're really telling you. They have videos on videos. You have guys in the manosphere doing reaction videos every single day of different women saying it with their own mouth, what they won't do, what they will do, like they're telling themselves. And you guys still sitting there with no passport. You have no way out. You have no plans of leaving the U.S., even if it's just to travel for at least once every 3 months first, and then once every month, or maybe once every 6 months, or maybe once a year first, and then twice a year, and then once every 3 months, and then by once a month, and then leave. Like, subscribe. If you need consultation about leaving the U.S., moving to Africa, moving to Europe, I've been to all these places. I have my email in the consultation of my consultation email below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video. Also, for guys that have been supporting through Cash App and through Venmo, I really, really appreciate you guys. And please support the channel. And if you have any suggestion about videos to make, I'm in Africa, let me know. I will consider it. I will make the video. I don't do reaction videos. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna sit there and bash women. I'm gonna break things down in a RP perspective, and that's all you get from me. All right? Peace.